So, friends, do you want to know what I've been consuming this month? Or what's been consuming me? Well, you're in the right place, because this is what I'm into, or what I've been into, for the month of October, the spooky season, which for me is, pretty much all year round. Anyway, stay tuned. All right, this is what I'm into, or my hot topics. I think I like what I'm into. It's a little bit easier. It's a little bit more truthful. So, what I've been into for the month of October. Well, end of September into October. I break it down into the foods I've been eating, the things I've been watching, the things I've been reading. Sometimes I talk about the music I've been listening to. And yeah, food, drink, consumables, what I've been consuming, what has been consuming me. And yeah, let's get into it. I have my notes in front of me, but I put them away, so let me get them back out. So I want to start with things from last month that I mentioned that I want to give you a little bit of a update review on. So last month in food, I mentioned I was trying the Heinz pickle flavored ketchup. I bought it. I like it. I am not a ketchup fan, but I like relish and I like ketchup, especially with hot dogs. That's mainly how I've been eating it, is with hot dogs, either on a bun or by themselves. And I really like it. It has just the right amount of tangy, pickly dillness and ketchup. And it's not overly vinegary like I find sometimes ketchup can be. So I really enjoyed it. It's a win for me. And then also last month I was talking about being drawn to blackberries, and I was looking forward to making an apple blackberry crumble, which I did, and I will insert a picture of for you. I found this recipe on the internet, and I loved it. It was delicious. It was a little bit too sweet, so if I made it again, I might go a little less sugar, because there was a lot of sugar in the filling and then a lot of sugar in the crumble. And although I love sugar, it was just a little bit too much, but it was delicious. I served it with, what did I serve with it? Vanilla yogurt. It was really good. Because I didn't have any ice cream, but vanilla yogurt was really good, and just to help, cut down on some of the sweetness and give it a little more creaminess. It was delicious. Yeah, so let's talk about foods. Let's go ahead and start with foods for this month, since we just recapped last month. So last month in my vlog, the one vlog I've done recently, I mentioned going and getting a powder supplement, and that was this one, the Orgain Superfood Probiotics. And I never gave you a review of it. I finished it last month. This is the original flavor, and it was pretty good. It had a slight sweetness, cinnamoniness to it. You just add a scoop of the powder into water, or you can, I think, add it to juice. I just drank it with water because I don't have, the time to have juice all the time. Anyway, this was really good. I enjoyed it. When this was done, I went in search of something else, which was more of what I was looking for originally. I was looking for a greens powder, so I found at my local co-op grocery store Super Greens by Country Farms. I just finished this one day before yesterday, and I'm sad because I don't have any supplement powders in my regimen at the moment. But this one was really good. It has a nice, this is unflavored, but it has sort of a sweet green flavor to it. Just add a scoop with 12 ounces of water, or 10 to 12 it says. I usually did 12, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it, and I want to pick it up again. I would definitely rebuy this. The other superfood one, maybe. This one definitely has the greens, which is what I was looking for. It also has the superfoods, mushrooms, and probiotics. Yeah, so it's got all the same things, because this has got 50 superfoods, but this has also got 50 superfoods. This one just has the greens in it more. So I enjoyed that one, and I will be repurchasing it again. This month is all about the drinks, I think, because the next thing I have to talk about is also a drink. I was in the mood craving a spicy herbal tea. Because sometimes in the evening before bed, I like to have a nice cup of herbal tea, especially as the weather is getting cooler. So I went to my cupboard and I had nothing. I did have a few bags left of a herbal chai, and I can't remember what brand it was from, but it was good. But I was all out, so I went to the store looking, and I found from Celestial Seasonings Bengal Spice. And this is delicious. It is, how do they describe it? Brimming with cinnamon, ginger, cardamom, and cloves. This adventurous blend is our caffeine-free interpretation of chai. The piquant, I'm not sure if that's how that's said, Indian brew traditionally made with black tea. Try it with milk and sugar for a true chai experience. And I did sort of that. I have been having this. I actually just picked up a second box because I'm afraid I'm going to run out of this. I love it that much. I've been drinking this with a splash of Planet Oats caramel coffee creamer. So you get a little extra caramel, but a sweetness and creaminess to make that chai experience, and it's caffeine free. I want to marry this tea if I could. It's just, sipping it is that warm, cinnamony, clovey, yeah, all the good things. So if you are into that kind of tea, I definitely recommend picking up some of this, but leave some on the shelf for everybody else. And then in that same vein, cinnamon is my sweet spot, I guess. I also have been liking a lot lately for desserts, something untraditional. I found cinnamon bread. There are a couple different brands. Here I am having Franz, Franz, is a local brand to the Pacific Northwest. It may be nationwide, I'm not sure. There are other brands that make it, but it's a cinnamon or cinnamon swirl bread. And I toast a couple slices of that up in the evening and have it with a smear of cream cheese, just plain cream cheese, any kind will do. Right now I have some from Lucerne that's whipped cream cheese. But the cinnamon bread with cream cheese, chef's kiss. It is a delicious dessert that is not too high in sugar because it's cinnamon bread. And cream cheese. It's also got protein. So that is my go-to for dessert. If you wanted to give it a try and let me know how you like it, or if that sounds completely disgusting to you, let me know that too. Do you have a favorite dessert? I want to know. What are you craving right now? Do you have a favorite tea? Spicy tea? Let me know that too. So moving on up my list, we're going to talk about books. Books, baby. I did that last month too, didn't I? All right. So I am continuing to read my novel by Anne Rice. This is it, Lasher. It's been slow going, but I have made a goal for myself to finish it by the end of the month. Today is the 25th, so I have 6 more days. But I don't know if you can see my bookmark there. Or is it there? I'm getting pretty close. There you go. I'm getting pretty close. That is how much I have left. This is the sequel to the Mayfair Witches, or the sequel to The Witching Hour, which is the second book in the Mayfair Witches. There's one more book after this, but I probably won't get to it till next year unless I decide to start it next month, but we'll see. But I've been reading a little bit at a time, but I've been focusing on it lately and making good progress. So I'm about 82% done, according to Storygraph. So hopefully that will be done by the end of the month. I did read one book from the library this month, and I don't have it to show you, but I will try and put in a picture. And I had to write it down, the title, because it is very long and I could not remember the whole thing. It is called The Comfy Cozy Witches Guide to Making Magic in Your Everyday Life by Jenny Blount. This is a book that I apparently just came out within the last couple months. I did not know this when I requested it from the library. It just came up as a book on witchcraft. And I picked it up. I read it. It was nice. I mean, nothing super exciting, but it was good for a beginner who's interested in witchcraft. So that's all I'm gonna say about that, because not everybody wants to hear about witchcraft books. So I read that, did it, it was good. Yeah. So I have 2 books up next. Hopefully I will finish Last Year by the end of the month, and then I got another book from the library. This is a graphic novel by Neil Gaiman. This is The Sandman. This is the 30th anniversary edition. This is volume 4, The Season of Mists. I have read the other 3 volumes prior to this. This is the next one. It has been a while, so I might have to take me a minute to refresh my memory, but I really do like the Sandman story. It is one of my favorites. And I hope to own them all eventually, but so far this is out, and I'm excited, looking forward to season 2 of Sandman on Netflix. I think it's on Netflix. Yes, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I am looking forward to starting that. And then along with that, I have another fiction book, because this won't take me very long. I could read a graphic novel in 1 or 2 days. After that, I have a book that I bought because I've read the author, and this series is, I've read graphic novels from this series by this author who also makes novels. This is by Ben Aaronovitch. Ben Aaronovitch. Aaronovitch. You can see it there. This is called Midnight Riot. I picked this up at my local secondhand bookstore for a bargain. It was less than $4. I'm pretty sure I haven't read this particular story, but this same author does make these novels into graphic novels, and that is how I first discovered them. I believe it's called, what is it called? Something of London. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, I have some of his graphic novels, and I read them, and I saw the novel, and I knew that he writes the actual novels, so I figured I'd give them one of those a shot. And I will, a review says, Midnight Riot is what would happen if Harry Potter grew up and joined the Fuzz. It is a hilarious, keenly imagined caper. Back says, probationary constable Peter Grant dreams of being a detective in London's Metropolis Police. Too bad his superior plans to assign him to the case progression unit, where the biggest threat he'll face is a paper cut. But Peter's prospects change in the aftermath of a puzzling murder, when he gains exclusive information from an eyewitness who happens to be a ghost. Peter's ability to speak with the lingering dead brings him to the attention of Detective Inspector Thomas Nightingale, who investigates crimes involving magic and other manifestations of the uncanny. Now, as a wave of brutal and bizarre murders engulfs the city, Peter is plunged into a world where gods and goddesses mingle with mortals, and the long-dead evil is making a comeback on a rising tide of magic. So you got a little magic and mystery and fantasy, along with a good old detective story. I think it's called Towers of London, is what the series is called in graphic novels. That's maybe what it's called here. It doesn't say that anywhere that I can see. But there's a whole Rivers of London. That's what it is. Yes. So hopefully I haven't read the story already. But Rivers of London in the graphic novel, or you can pick up the novels by Ben Aaronovitch. I really enjoy them. That's what's up next. So that's all the books. Put those on the floor, get them out of the way. Now, last but not least, what I've been watching. So I've been watching a lot of YouTube. As always, I've been watching budgeting videos. I've been watching witchy videos. I've been watching makeup panning videos, nail polish videos, occasionally a food cooking video, but a lot of YouTube. Besides YouTube, in the evenings, I have been perusing some non-YouTube content. When I've been pet sitting, I've been finishing a series I found on Netflix called Evil, which I just recently saw on Prime, is also available on Paramount Plus. And Paramount Plus has it for 2 more seasons. So Netflix has seasons 1 and 2, which I watched and I enjoyed. It's a little bit of a quirky paranormal series. And then Paramount Plus apparently has 4 seasons. So I really regret not having Paramount Plus, but if I stay somewhere that has it, I will probably try to remember to watch it. Because the end of season 2 was like, what? One of those kind of things. But once I finished that, I decided to go to Prime, which I do have my own account on and can watch. Netflix I can't because they don't allow sharing outside of a household anymore. But I share an account with my daughter, and I have my own Prime account, and I have been rewatching The Legend of Vox Machina, which is an animated series based on a Dungeons & Dragons campaign. And they just came out with season 3, which I am currently watching, and then after that, I don't know what's up. So if you have any suggestions on anything to watch on Prime, Disney, I have a third one and I can't remember what it is. But if you have a suggestion on a series to watch, let me know. I like the spooky, I like the paranormal, I like the things. Let me know down in the comments below. And yeah, that is everything I'm into have been into for October. So if you have any comments, suggestions, feedback, tips, tricks, or other things, let me know down in the comments below. Otherwise, if you enjoyed the video, give it a big old thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. You can only do 1, but if you do it twice, it'll unlike it. So just 1. And then if you're not subscribed to my channel and you want to see more of my panning content or nail polish content or real life stuff, I have reading journal updates coming soon and more what I'm into every month. Then hit this little subscribe button down below and click the bell icon to be notified. And until my next video, take care of yourselves, stay true to you, and I will see you next time. Bye.